staff, manager. The following program and opinions of the hosts or guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the staff, management, ownership, or sponsorship of Amp Media Productions or its affiliated partners.
Good morning, South Florida, and welcome to the breakfast at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
Take a deep breath and a good whiff of that coffee brewing. Grab yourself some toast, a donut, or any breakfast as Dawn and Freddie get you up and ready for the rest of the day.
So call in at 888-565-1470 to share a tip of the day.
Or just to say good morning. Shake off your sleepies, buckle in, cause it's showtime!
Welcome to the Cafe Brew. And yes, I do have my mask on. I'm going to take it off while we do this, because I can. And how are you?
Good morning. Happy Monday to you.
I'm not happy at all.
I know that. I hate starting Mondays like this, and you started with me when we walked in the door this Monday. You know how Slick said timing is everything?
Yep.
You got to learn from what you hear, because timing is everything. And sometimes the way you deliver a message on timing should be delivered more with timing. That's all I can say. How was your weekend?
Sometimes when you deliver something with timing, it has to be with
You
more
should
timing.
think more about the timing when you deliver a message.
But, you know, Dawn, but you asked me a question and I gave you the answer. You didn't like what you heard, maybe, but it's the truth. You know, we did a show a couple of weeks ago about Velcro, about how people who wear Velcro are considered old and feeble and I guess just not part of normancy. You know, in the Japanese culture, seniors are viewed with class and respectability in the whole nine. In this country, not so much. You wear Velcro sneakers, they think you're like, you know, an old fossil and yada, yada, yada. So over the weekend, I went out to Atlantic Avenue on Saturday night at 9:30. I went to get a sandwich. I'm not going to name the place because I had problems with them too. But anyway, and I was telling Vinny, I walked on the outside of the parked cars because the sidewalks were so full of people.
So you walked in the street.
I walked in the street.
Okay.
There must have been 10,000 people on Atlantic. And not like before. Remember before when you crossed the train tracks, everything changed? It used to go this way. Not this time. There's a place.
Johnny Brown's?
There's a place. No, not Johnny Brown's. There's a place on the other side of the train tracks that must have had 250 people. And not one mask. People on the avenue, no mask. People in the stores and ice cream. People hanging out, arm on arm, and no mask. And I'm not going to tell you they were all 18s because that would be a lie. I'm not going to tell you they were all 40. That would be a lie. I'm talking about across the board. I think that the only two people in Atlantic Avenue that I saw were me and Linda wearing masks. Now, listen, it's your life. Do whatever you want to do. Just, you know, if you breathe on me and get me sick, I'm going to run you over with my car. Because I got it right too. But it's the attitude that people give you when you wear it. And that's why I'm angry this morning. So I went to see my grandson yesterday. I went to a park, Gulfstream Park, which I have never been before. You ever been to Gulfstream Park?
I don't even know where it is.
It's going north it's in Boynton.
Okay.
Beautiful place. Beautiful place. A few mosquitoes. Well, it's a beach. What are you going to do? I got to see the baby. I got to hold the baby. But I was wearing my mask. And people were laughing at me.
Well, you should probably wear your mask with the newborn anyway. So that's totally a whole nother story on a whole nother day.
But nobody else does.
No.
Wearing a
Since when do we do
mask
what
has
people
made you the minority. But the funny thing is that the news will continue to tell you we got 10,000 cases. I think we passed 10 million cases worldwide, or more than 500,000 people have died. So what? So I heard interviews over the weekend about I'm young, I'll get over it, I'll get through it. They don't care what happens past their nose. It's called the nose philosophy. I don't care about anything on this side of my nose, only on this side of my nose. So I'm a little bitter, a little angry. You know, why should I care? Why should I be different than anybody else and care? Seen that gentleman in California, he had 18 people, all of them sick as a dog. He died yesterday. I saw a 21-year-old lady. She was pregnant, and they cesarean the baby out of her, 2 pounds, and she's in ICU, and she died yesterday. 21. Okay, I saw a 40-day-old baby die, and they had it all over the news. Really? I mean, why should I care? Why should I give a damn when nobody else seems to really care? And that's why I'm upset. Not because of this country, not because people believe in injustices and everything else. I get that. I'm all for that. I'm all for that if you do it safely. But if we can't come together under an epidemic, under a crisis, if we can't all think on the same page, then how the hell are we going to get along? I mean, think of it. You're talking about life and death. You're talking about health. You're talking about living. If we can't get it all together, then what are we doing, man? I mean, seriously, you're fighting me because you think I'm taking away your constitutional rights because I'm asking you around me, wear your mask? Is that wrong? I mean, you can take it off, just don't be around me without it. Am I wrong? Am I the minority all of a sudden to say I want to live? Is that wrong? I'm 58 years old. I'm a diabetic. I had Lewis and his diabetic cancer patient in my house yesterday for 4 hours.
But then others will say to you, stay home.
I would love to stay home.
But you don't.
I do.
No, you went to Atlantic.
I went to get a sandwich.
Why would you go to Atlantic
Because
when you know there's 500 people there?
because they don't deliver. I didn't think there was
So
anybody
find
going to be
another
there.
place.
I
So
went
think about
at
it.
9:30 at night.
You know Atlantic. You're
Okay.
walking into a hot zone. You know that beach is still open.
That's
you know
on-
Atlantic Avenue is
It's on
busy.
me. I'm
Why
not-
would you go there?
But I'm not talking about it affecting me in that regard. I'm
yeah,
talking
but
about.
you went there.
All right, so
You exposed yourself
Right.
knowingly.
let's
that
assume
there
that
are
I
people
didn't
there.
go there.
Okay.
And those 10,000 people are still there.
But then you weren't
And
there.
Vinny knows somebody there, or Valerie knows somebody, or Teddy knows somebody there, and they get them sick. Is that a scenario we're not accustomed to seeing? My contention isn't me. I went there. I'm an adult.
What about people who are going away? They're closing the beaches the next couple days. Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach County.
Do you
will be
know
closing.
why?
Of course I know why, but riddle me this, Batman. People that are going to hotels, people that go to their country clubs, people that go to the beach clubs. The beaches are now closed.
Golf carts.
The pools are not. So you go away and do what? Go to the pool? Because there's more people now at the pool because the beaches are closed? Or you're going to sit in your hotel room? Then why go? You're going to walk along Atlantic Avenue with more people because you can't go to the beach.
I didn't walk Atlantic Avenue.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
to
in
do that.
general.
I
This is what's
walked-
going to be happening
I
this
walked
weekend.
to get a sandwich. I parked on the corner. I must have walked 15 feet to get my
I'm
sandwich.
not talking about that. I'm
But
saying
when
in
I was
general.
driving up Atlantic in the car, I put my mask on in the car. I was so petrified of everything I saw. I'm not talking about me being there getting sick. I'm talking about me in general watching what's unfolding. It's not only Atlantic, it's everywhere.
So I would say stay home.
You're not getting it. I'm not talking about me getting sick on
I
Atlantic.
am because we cannot
I'm talking
control,
about everybody
You
that's
can't
there.
control the masses.
All right. I had Lewis working on my house for 2 days.
Yes.
Lights and getting hurricane prepared, right? He wore a mask all day. All day with the sand and the heat. He was outside all day. That man did not take that mask off. Because he knows for me, with me wearing a mask in my house, he knows for me, he respected
Well,
it.
he respects.
And he
Other
said
people
it.
don't respect.
And my neighbors all came out and they all saw it. And they said, no, Freddie's a diabetic, it's a good idea. Did I stay away from Lewis? As much as I could. And we talked at a distance. Okay, so it's not about me. I'm not talking about me. I get me. I got to be the cautious one. I'm just asking if people mandate that you should put on a mask, there's a reason for all of that.
Well, if it's mandated that you should put on a mask, then enforce the mandate.
Well, I wanted to tell you.
Broward County is. Did you see they closed all those restaurants down on Las Olas? Like
They gotta-
17
they're gonna
restaurants got cited and they had to close. Some were able to reopen. Some more got cited, and some are still closed.
Thousands and thousands of dollars of people that are now there's the back door room, like the old, let's go get
Speakeasy?
a speakeasy.
Yeah.
They got the back door rooms. You get your nails and this and that all in the back door. Very dangerous situation we got going on here. But I'm just talking about why is it so difficult?
We can't protect the masses because they don't listen, because they feel their rights are being infringed upon. And I
think
get
that's
that.
but I think that's an excuse.
I get people feel that way. You know, they've made it
Wait a
political.
minute. How does this mean I'm infringing on your
Because
rights?
I'm telling you, as the government, that you must wear a mask. And people are going to tell you constitutional rights. Listen, I wear one, so people are going to tell you constitutional rights. You can't make me. I've got freedom of speech. I got freedom of the press. I got freedom of religion.
they're not
I got freedom to do what they are. They're mandating it in Palm Beach
They
County.
asked you to wear it, you didn't wear it.
No, they're mandating it
Hold
now.
on, that's now.
Yeah.
But before they asked that you wear it.
They recommended.
Yes, and they recommended that you stay within 6 feet of one another. Neither of which we did. So it's like a child. Don't touch the stove or you're going to get burned. Don't touch the stove or you're going to get burned. And the kid gets burned. Well, accountability counts for something, doesn't it?
If people want to be held accountable, they feel like they don't have to.
But this is the problem. I think that the problem is that we have too many liberties here to say I don't like it. I don't like your lipstick. Why are you wearing that lipstick? Take it off. You going to take it off?
No.
No, of course not. If that lipstick kills you, if you're going to die in 15 minutes if you don't take it off, and I prove it to you, are you going to take it off?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is my point, ladies and gentlemen. I don't get it.
Speaking of which, I have to change the subject because you're sitting making me cry for the past 15 minutes. So,
Then don't ask me what's wrong.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
See, how's your weekend?
I
Rewind
said-
the tape.
I said, how was your weekend? I didn't ask you what was wrong. So now that I've cried for 15 minutes, thank you very much for playing. Happy Monday to you.
I'll stay quiet.
Speaking of my lipstick, I watched a movie on Friday night called Knives Out.
How
Anyone
was that?
see Knives Out? It's like an adult version of Clue. You would love it, actually. It's like
Where did you
totally
see
a
it?
mini movie. At my house. It was on Netflix or Apple, whatever it was on. So the kids had recommended that I watch Knives Out. Now I fall asleep for everything. So sure as fashion, I did fall asleep for 15 minutes of it. But I got the over-under of the whole situation.
It's a 2-hour movie. She saw 15 minutes of it.
No, I
She's
only
going to give us
slept
a
for 15
critique.
minutes. I'm not. It was like the adult version
Hold
of
on.
Clue.
I gotta start holding on to the desk.
But it made me think of what you just said. If someone said you were going to die in 15 minutes, would you take it off? So it kind of reminded me of Knives Out. An interesting take on a movie.
And did you watch it again and again and again?
No.
Are you one of those people that watches a movie 27 times so you got 15, 30, 45 an hour?
No, I give up. I figure I get enough of the gist of it. But I'm the type of person that will watch a movie on Friday and then in a year I'll watch it again and have no recollection that I watched it till the end and go, wait, I know the outcome of this movie because I probably fell asleep the first 10 times for the first 45 minutes. But it was a good movie. I mean, it was like a lighthearted kind of adult Clue movie. You'll see it. Take a look. It reminds you of the lipstick, but it's not the lipstick. It's a medication. So kind of from there to there.
Well,
is all I can
lipstick
tell
to
you.
what you're talking about, two different animals.
No, I don't want to give the movie away.
There's
but
a
it's
movie
under
called
the-
Lipstick, by the way.
Because it's under the something about this medication could kill this person in the movie, and would they not have done it, and what were the consequences thereafter?
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
that's the premise of the movie, and then who done it, and then the outcome of the who done it. It was like an adult kind of Clue, you know, Colonel Mustard in the study.
No, you remember that?
With the knife.
You know, I saw that I had a thing of Clue in the garage. I saw that yesterday. I was cleaning the garage.
So that was that movie. What did I do Saturday night? I think we had some friends over for dinner. We ordered, and actually, you know, they still have these family packs around town. I was going to say you should probably consider that versus going away or going out for dinner these days. We ordered them from Burton's. They had a family meal for $4 for $50. So we called and go, really, this is going to feed four. Burton's, right? Not a cheap restaurant. It fed more than 4 because
That's
we had
because you
food left
complained.
over. No, I didn't. We called and said, is this really a meal for 4, or do I need to order 2? Because, you know, knowing my family, sometimes a meal for 4 feeds 2. So I double it, which is
But what did you get?
salmon. It came with a starter. It came with salmon, and then we ordered an
You
extra
got a lot of
starter.
salmon because nobody orders that.
Yeah, they were 4 big pieces.
I know,
and
but
people
nobody
couldn't even
orders
finish
that.
it. But the deal was great. They've got like a chicken pasta dish for $40.
Isn't
for
Burton a
4.
steakhouse?
Burton's, not Morton's. Burton's near your house. It's
Isn't that a
near-
steakhouse?
No.
No?
It's a Rappaport restaurant. Burton's and Prezzo are there. But no, it didn't
And you
have
had people
family
over your
pack.
house?
We did.
Did you require them to wear masks?
No, but we sat opposite sides of the table.
Do you know where they came from? Do you have any history?
Yes,
Were they
I
on
know.
a
They've
plane?
been quarantined and their offices have not been open yet. And they've been working from home since March. I know that 100%.
You asked them before they came?
Yep.
You
Well,
guys
we've had
have
this conversation. I haven't seen them since before quarantine, and their offices have been closed, and they have not been anywhere.
Well, I used to make fun of my sister
Yeah.
because she used to say, I'm going to go visit you because she lives in New York. I said, no, you're not. I said, I'll make you bubble wrap if you come visit me, and I'll put you on the other side of the pool. So now it has switched. So now she was giving me the business yesterday. Hey, Mr. Epicenter, how you doing? I says, you think that's funny, Mimi? She says, I'm going to tell you, I don't want you here either. I bubble wrap you. Now it's her turn.
But you know what gets my goat? If you want to, people are send articles and they post articles. If you don't fact check your sources,
All lies.
I can't tell you they're all lies.
They're
They
all
may
lies.
have been true when these articles were written in May or March, but now we're going into July. So if you don't actually look at the date of the articles, the information may be a little bit misconstrued. You go, oh, is that true? Well, yeah, it was true in March. Maybe not true in May or not true in July. But I did see a fun fact. Someone posted that they want to celebrate New Year's tomorrow on the 30th because we're halfway through 2020 and say it was a bad dream, it was a nightmare. Let's wake up, have a happy New Year party. So I'm thinking maybe tomorrow we should have a New Year's Eve party and start 2020 all over again. Open a bottle of champagne and just have another party. Because really the only way to get through this would be with Casamia and a bottle of champagne. Mimosas, you in?
All in.
Teddy, you in?
I've learned not to
I
argue
left
anymore.
Teddy speechless.
I'm speechless too. Now you gotta say
Did
hi.
you see it, Val?
You gotta say hi to.
You
Lady,
think it's a good idea, Val? Yeah, why not?
Val doesn't care. Lady Ann says hi. She hasn't hugged her parents in 3 months.
Good morning, Natalia.
And Natalia, listen, when you hug them, you're lucky because I can't hug mine at all anymore. So the other thing I wanted to ask about is the fireworks that are going on in the streets. Now you guys are young.
Are there still fireworks?
And you know, hold on a second, it's a big problem. And all of a sudden, I mean, you guys have your finger on the pulse because the cops, what they haven't learned is you should go towards the source being young minds because there's a lot of young kids out there that are blowing fireworks in the middle of the street. It's an epidemic of proportions in Brooklyn, New York, where they are blowing fireworks in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning, boom, boom, and they put the rockets on the street. You ever seen these casings? Like these tubes?
Okay.
And you put a pack of fireworks in there, you light it, and you run for the hills. And it goes, woo! And it goes, boom! And boom! You never seen
Can you
those?
do that again?
Boom! Like cha-cha-cha-cha-kang.
Thank you.
You ever seen that?
No.
So you see what's going on? So there's a lady that wrote on Facebook for the idiot, I use that word for now, who keeps blowing fireworks at 3 o'clock in the morning. I got a 45 that I load up to go because I think I'm being under attack. I can understand her feeling. But what the hell's going on with the fireworks shows?
I was wondering if there's going to be fireworks this weekend.
I think it's, I mean, not just from hearing what you were saying, it's probably something along the lines of people want to just go out and do something fun and have either an early New Year's or an early 4th of July or something, and I don't agree with it, but there were a lot of fireworks. I was dog sitting this weekend, and the dogs were shivering on the couch. 'Cause
You
there
saw
were
them? You
fireworks
heard
all
them?
over. Yeah, I
Wow.
couldn't see them.
Now, do you know anybody who does this stuff? Do you know? I mean, I wouldn't rat anybody out. You do. Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
People who did
No,
it when I was
I'm going to
school.
tell you, I know people. I know a guy who has a license to do it professionally, but I know that his kids and their friends used to go into his secret stash. This guy had an old warehouse, and they've been doing this. But what is the kicker here? Why
Why
are they
not?
doing it? What?
Why not? Why are
Do you
people...
know what these bombs can do? Do you have any idea of what this stuff, the fallout, could do?
Oh, I don't know, because you just spent 15 minutes on a rant on what this virus
was
is
8
doing
minutes,
and
but
killing
thank you
people.
very much.
So
This is not a virus. This is an explosive mechanism.
So again, what can it do to people?
What's the difference of them setting them off today and then setting them off at 4th of July?
Because they're setting them up in housing divisions. Like your house is here, another house is here, another.
We used to set them off in the cul-de-sac when I was a kid. 4th of July, the whole cul-de-sac.
These
was
bombs?
deserted.
Oh, you set off little fireworks.
No. Oh, not like not homemade fireworks. Those you have to go to like a park or something.
These things are the ones that are in the canisters. You know what I'm talking about. They're the canisters, and they
Yeah.
projectile, and they go up about 100 feet, and like you see on the beach.
Yeah.
Those
You
bad
can-
boys.
You can buy those at the fireworks store.
Yes, and they
They're
put them on a
sale.
barge. But that stuff in a residential can cause some serious damage.
Are they still having fireworks on 4th of July?
Where? Yeah, you can
I
see
don't
it.
know.
You can see it on Channel 12.
I'm wondering.
They're going to have it on TV now because
So
they
that
don't
people
want people
can, well, that's what I'm wondering. Are the beaches and all these barges, are they still going to have their 4th of July celebrations where the beaches are closed?
We used to hang out on DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx.
I know FAU always had them, but I'm wondering.
I don't know. I went to FAU's one year.
They'll probably do like virtual. Like
Yes,
they'll
they
set-
have
they'll set the
on
fireworks
TV.
off on the beach, but like you can't. The beach is closed, so you can't go there and watch, but you can watch it online.
So we were in DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx, and we used to put the tubes down the middle of the street. And these bad boys did some serious damage up in the atmosphere, right? So you had to block the traffic because you couldn't let the cars run over. It could explode a car. I mean, this thing will take a car out if you drive over it when it's going up.
Well, here's the thing: people still want to have fun, right? They still want to have fun. They don't want to be quarantined to their house. They want to do what they got to do, but there's a fine line of having fun and exposure. I saw a post today. Remember, we had that older lady on, and she wrote the book about the Holocaust, The New Breed, and she came with Mary and her
Yeah.
son, the producer. So he put a post on that he feels 100% fine. I guess he lives with his mom. He takes care of her. She's 84 years old. They survived the Holocaust. She survived the Holocaust. Her husband as well, and she tested negative. He tested positive. No symptoms whatsoever. He says, so now he's quarantined. He can't take care of his mom. That's the scary part, is that their asymptomatic carriers are passing it along, and you do not know. To me, if you're sick, you stay home. You have a sore throat, you stay home. You have a fever, you can say, people come in, take your temperature. That's not even it
Okay,
anymore
let's
because
start.
it's mutated
Let's
so much.
let's back your story up a little bit. He told you he was quarantined.
He didn't tell me he put on Facebook, yes.
Do you believe that? Where did he get it from?
He doesn't know.
The AC?
He said he's been wearing a mask. He said he's been prudent. He's been doing all the things you should be doing.
You ever
He
get a
does not know.
delivery at his house?
I don't know. He
Well,
didn't get
but
into it.
obviously he got it from somewhere.
Sure.
Obviously. I love it. I'm quarantined. I don't know how I got it.
No, he's quarantined now, he said.
Oh, okay. He wasn't quarantined before?
He was out, I guess, doing what you do,
I
wearing a
didn't know
mask,
what you
and
do.
people go out,
And get sick.
and
And bring it home. And now what? Now he's going to jeopardize his 84-year-old mom.
but he didn't say he didn't do anything risky. He didn't even know he had it. He wasn't out at a bar. He wasn't out partying. He said he did everything by the book, everything you were supposed to
You
do,
don't
but
have-
yet he still tested positive.
Because it isn't about doing something risky. It's about standing in front of somebody who has it. Now, Paramount just told us that the 4th of July in Palm Beach County has been canceled.
Oh, interesting.
The
Thank
fireworks are canceled. Paramount Dance Studio says.
Wonder how you
It's
guys are
canceled.
doing. We should bring you up and do like a little dance session here.
You could do it in dots.
Well, they, I think, are a couple, so they can dance themselves and we can watch, is all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's the thing people don't realize. If you're living with someone and you're a couple and you are together in a picture or you're together dancing, this is what you do in your own free time. It doesn't mean that we're
Well,
all
Dawn, we don't
partaking in
all
it.
sit home and dance. I know you're sitting
they
home.
do.
You they might.
So maybe we could bring them in and they could dance. Or
Absolutely.
we can-
Paramount, come on down.
Or we
and-
can bring them in virtually and watch them dance or something. You know,
absolutely.
that's all I'm saying.
Now-
I just want people to get funky if they're dancing here because they're a couple. They live together.
Well, they got funky on me the other day because on Fuego they had a couple from a
The
restaurant.
husband and wife.
And they were very excited about being here, and they were taking pictures. And what am I supposed to tell them? I'm sorry, the two of you have to separate. Well, we sleep together. We're married. We've been married 48 years. What am I supposed to do?
Exactly.
Give me a break. Now, I think Teddy had touched on this. When I wear a mask and the other person doesn't, do you know what the percentage is likely that I will get sick from somebody
Yes,
who isn't?
5%.
70%.
Okay.
You see, this is protecting you from me, but in this
I
direction,
still
this isn't
disagree.
protecting.
I know that's what they're saying, but there are some things I disagree with.
So that's 70% that I can get
I'd
it.
at least say 50.
70% that I can get it.
50-50. Seriously,
1.5% if you both wear it.
Speaking of percentages, did you see our numbers of our demographics?
No.
We are now 66% female, 33% male.
Really?
Demographics.
What are you hurrying for?
Isn't that interesting?
You like that? Or is that another pun unintended?
I asked him how yesterday was. We're going to talk to my cousin Vinny. You went out to do the Florida Love March yesterday, for lack of a better word. It wasn't a protest.
It wasn't a protest.
It was a march.
We just giving out roses to people, and police chief was there, retired. We gave roses to, took a lot of pictures with him.
Did you have any protesters telling you go away? Anybody negative in the whole thing?
We had that one person that's like, no, it's not right what you're doing. You gotta keep more space. Like this guy was really mean and rude.
He wanted
Vinny's
he
so
wanted
funny.
distance.
Yeah. And one customer complained to Publix about us.
Really?
Yeah, like called Publix stores like, hey, these people outside giving out roses. You're not doing your social distancing.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. How do you attack something like that? If you make somebody feel uncomfortable, they have a constitutional right to feel uncomfortable as well.
True, because all these restaurant stores have no.
But you guys had
solicitation.
masks on?
Oh, definitely all had to wear masks.
But the social distancing, the amount of space was still too close. Is that what they're saying?
Here and there, yeah. We tried to get out roses, but it's like just give roses, put a sticker on someone's shirt.
You know
That's what they
the
did.
those things we talked about, the T-shirt bombs. That's how you should send the roses.
Oh, yeah.
Like stand back, and send it that way, or an archery bow. Boom, just let it go.
So I'm gonna walk around with a rose in my forehead because
It's
you're using an archery.
You know, Johnny Appleseed, can't we like shoot the apple off your head with a rose?
Why
Why
not?
not?
Why not?
Give it a try. At least you know you're 6 feet away.
Smack me in the with the rose.
Boom, you gotta go.
Were there a lot of people there?
Oh yeah, good amount. Like half people took the roses, or half others did not. I was like, no, no thanks, no thanks. Just politely told us they don't want rose.
And for those of you that don't know what Vinny's talking about, Kenny Love, who has the Florida Love Show on Fridays, has a mission to spread love as big and as far as he can by giving out roses. So every Friday, Val said that she has a friend that wants to go on Friday to Bed Bath & Beyond. She saw the event, and Val goes, I know that guy. He does a show here at the Brooklyn Cafe
Oh, you had a friend that
Studios."
went?
No, so this DJ I know, she shared an event that showed interest that she was
Go.
interested going, and I looked at it. It said, what was it? Roses for Change or something like that. And I zoom in and I said, I know that guy. So I just thought it was funny because like it's like his thing is circulating now. Like it's grabbing more attention.
It is. It's
You
a
haven't
positive
been here
thing.
for a past couple
No.
Fridays since this started, so exactly. But Vinny's funny. I said to him, "How was it?" He says, "It was cool. 95 degrees, cool." I go, "No pun intended, Vinny."
No, I never said hot. I was like, how was it? Hot.
It was hot out there.
You know, he said, "Cool."
I just said cool.
I think you said "cool," and I said, "No pun intended." And you go, "Hot."
It was hot out there.
Oh my god, I didn't realize my pun. I just got it.
Everything you do now is a pun because there's no pun intended.
It was accidental.
I know.
Accidental.
But it's funny when you look at those messages, and there they are. He's funny, though. No pun intended, Vinny.
So we're heavier demographic women now, huh?
6633.
What do you account that for? What's the accountability behind that
Probably
graphic?
the content.
I think it's a little too much woman heavy. I think we should start having the man cave deal.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I don't know, have guys on the sofa, you know, and they put their hands in their pants with a beer. Why did they? What
Why
is
do
the
your hands
point?
have to be in
What
your
is
pants,
the?
though? Why
I don't know.
can't you
What
just
is
have
the?
a beer?
Because that's the way they portrayed it all the time on television.
I'm
You
all
don't
good for
notice?
the beer, but
They put the hand in the pants and they're holding the beer. What is that? I
Al
don't
Bundy.
sit like
we call
that.
it Al Bundy.
But I don't sit. Do you sit like that on your sofa?
Hell no.
I don't sit like that on my sofa. You know anybody who does that?
I did. I used to date a guy when I was in college who, him and his dad, I would walk in because I'd hang out with his sister. I'd walk in and they'd both be sitting like that. And I was like,
With their hand in their
"Whoa."
pants.
Yeah. The dad be in his underwear and but like in the living room, they knew I was coming over. I would hang out with his sister, hand in the pants, watching TV, watching like MMA or something. I was
I
like,
just
wow,
don't get
that's
it. Like, was it
great.
going to fall off, or you lost where it was, or you just got to like make sure it's still attached?
I don't.
Explain to me what that is.
I don't understand
It's
what
like
that is.
self-stimulating.
I've
I don't
never-
know.
Self-soothing. It's
Self-soothing,
self-soothing.
the
I'm
same
gonna go
thing.
self-soothe myself.
Yeah.
No, but I don't understand, especially if somebody's coming over to the house. Now, if you know that a female's coming to the house, and a man has his underwear, and let's stick with the regular long ones, do you get up and put on some pants?
Yeah. Oh, Val's like, yeah, that would be preferable.
So I don't know if this is like a Spanish thing, but my dad is very against my brother, who is now 18, even now, like when he was younger now, walking around shirtless. Like he could be in basketball shorts. He's not the type to walk around in his underwear, thankfully. But I don't know if it's because like he has two older sisters or what. But my dad's very against him walking around shirtless.
Well, shirtless that's a little bit strange.
But
I'd also like to put out for women, because I used to live when I was in college. I lived in an apartment with 3 other people, and 2 of them were a couple. And me and the one girl who, like, you know, were just roommates, fully dressed, you know, normal people. And the couple, even if we had people over, walk around in their underwear. He would walk around in his boxers. She would walk around in, like, a pajama shirt and underwear. And we'd have to text in the group chat, like, hey, we have people coming over. Can you put pants on? And they, every once in a while, would still not put pants on. So women, too. We need to, if you know people are coming over, please put pants on.
Then I gotta ask you a question. Juji, when he was growing up with Carlos, we used to call Carlos Bananas because he was a little crazy. They always walked around with underwear. So when my father came one day, my sister was in Juji's house. He told my sister, "I don't want you going there if your cousins are gonna walk around with their underwear." Okay, I got that. I get that part. I have never walked into a house where the women are in their underwear.
I think, and I obviously I can't talk for everyone. For me, I don't know. That's not something I've ever been comfortable with. Like, and even when I had lived in that apartment, we had a roommate meeting of like, we don't walk around in our underwear because we're not dating you. So can you not walk around in your underwear because you're not dating us? And it was, I guess some people are, you know, really confident and happy and how they look, and they're okay with everyone seeing.
Well,
I mean, it covers more than a bathing suit.
But let me ask you a
That
question.
was my next thought. It's
But
like
let me
wearing
ask you a
bathing suit
question.
around the house.
If you wear a bikini and you wear the bikini in the house when people come over, is that okay?
I mean,
That's not okay either? You shouldn't wear a bikini? Do you wear a bikini at all?
When I'm at the beach or in the sun, yes.
Yes.
Not at home.
Okay, so if you're home and you're gonna go to the pool, can you wear a bikini and people go to your house, or you're not comfortable with that?
I would have like a shirt, like a big shirt or something over it to walk outside. Like
That's
I
interesting.
think it's a
right thing that you're all like, if Val was coming to my house and we specifically were like, hey, you're gonna come over and we're gonna go to the pool, then I
Right.
think it's more acceptable. If like I was like, do you want to come have lunch and like maybe sit by the pool, and she came and I was in a bikini.
Now, the other thing is women put on their significant other, husband, boyfriend, whatever's, men's underwear. And they walk around in men's underwear.
Yeah, but you wear underwear under it.
No, there's nothing under it. She's just wearing her whatever's underwear.
I've never done that.
How would they
The-
fit? Yeah,
the
that's what I thought.
Size.
That's what I'm thinking. How would they fit?
Well, some women fit. Well, I don't know how. What do you want me to ask him? How do you fit into his underwear?
I wouldn't fit into your underwear. Would you fit in mine?
Yes.
On what? Your wrist?
No, I wouldn't. It wouldn't work
Wear
with
a
you.
hat?
Hold on. It wouldn't work. ¿Cómo está un negro? Siéntate.
Good morning.
Sit. Relax. Siéntate. Quédate.
I love this man. I don't even know what's in the bag.
¿Qué tiene ahí? Leche. What's in that,
Leche?
milk?
Oh, no. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Let's see.
And then you see, you ask and you get. And thou shalt
Ah, it's
receive.
perfect for tomorrow, Mimosa Tuesday. We're
Woo.
having a New Year's Eve morning party tomorrow.
Wait, what?
We're going to open a bottle of champagne, and now we got a mimosa. Thank you. Yeah, we could actually start today.
Israel in the house.
No
How
better
are you?
time than the present. Thank you, Israel. Israel's Auto Body. If you ever need auto body repair, let us know. Israel Auto Body shares our parking lot. The kindest, most nicest man, and terrific work.
And actually, the most gifted auto body guy. And I used to hang out with a lot of auto body guys because I used to be in the car insurance business. And, you know, when you have that, you got to know everybody in the business to be able to do what you do. But you're one of the best that I've seen.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I would not fit in your underwear.
No, I'm not talking about. But I'm pretty sure you're
I
fitting
wouldn't
Chuck's
fit in Chuck's
underwear.
underwear. How would I fit in Chuck's underwear? He's 6'3", 200 pounds.
Okay, so in your case, it doesn't work.
Not even close.
Maybe Teddy's case, it might work.
I also have a boyfriend who's 6'4" and like 200 pounds. I will wear like my underwear or shorts, and if I get cold, I'll put on like his sweatpants or something.
See, so if you could put on your sweatpants, you could put on his
yeah, but I have
underwear.
to tie him super tight, and I'm wearing stuff under it.
Yeah, but
So how does that
okay,
work?
let's stick to the bit.
Does Linda wear your underwear?
No, I won't let her. I didn't say it was me. I said I've walked
So
into.
so far we're 3 for 3 at not working.
this
Minnie,
house.
does
I've
your
seen it in the
girlfriend fit
movies.
in your underwear?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay.
If
we're
you had
4
a
for
girlfriend,
4.
just say yeah. Say if I
We're
did,
0
she
and
should.
4. Keep going.
I
I've seen
I'm
it in the
telling you.
movies when you see, like I wore my boyfriend's shirts before. This is my boyfriend's shirt.
Yeah, I seen the shirts with no underwear. It was even more.
I used to wear my boyfriend's shirts as a dress.
Yeah, I've done that.
Cute.
Okay, well things have changed. Now they're wearing
You know, the
underwear.
button-down long sleeves, kind of pumps.
I feel
Right?
like
Kinda
I've
cute.
seen in movies. I've seen like women wearing men's underwear, and I always assume. Well, I didn't think about it, but
Small
I guess
man?
I would assume they had underwear under it.
There's also women actually buy men underwear. This is the morning show. This is what we do. Lewis is looking at it, what the hell? They buy the midways women and they wear it. They like the way it feels. The midways, they go up to your thigh.
Oh, like boxers?
Yeah, but they're a little different. They're a little tighter. They like skin tight.
Women
you call
wear
it.
men's
Women wear it, especially women, athletic women do it.
I will say I do have a pair of men's athletic underwear, but again, I wear underwear like under it. But I wear for jujitsu, you had to wear shorts under your gi, and I did have because the men's underwear had rubber on it, so it didn't move. So I do have a pair of those.
I'm gonna tell you, I know women. When I was coaching Bronx Community College softball team, fast pitch, they all wore men's, and the day they didn't
And
have
how would you
women's.
know that?
Because they used to say, okay, here, and they used to throw it at each other when we used to go on road trips and I was driving the bus. They used to get dressed in the back. Welcome to my world. What can I tell you? I didn't see anything because the chairs are high, but I used to have the girls in the back. They weren't changing on top. They were changing like catchers. There's a lot of gear you had to. Don't look at me that way.
It's gotta
I'm
be
telling
one
you
of
the
those
We
truth.
did that in high school. When I was in color guard, we used to change on the bus.
Well, that yes, but into the men's underwear, I'm still back on the men's
Yeah,
underwear.
that's-
Be- Well, a catcher
So we
who's
should do a
crouching over
segment
there.
on women wear. I have an idea. We're gonna have Danielle Boujon come in.
I don't think I like where this is going.
Oh, we're having Danielle Boujon. We're going to do a photo shoot with these beautiful models in men's underwear. You want to raise the men demographic? There you go. Brooklyn Cafe goes men underwear.
Are they
going to
be wearing
Boujon.
the man bra?
They need to have something on their top, but they can wear men underwear. Because some of the models that come in wear less clothes than that anyway.
Now in Miami,
on a daily basis, just
in
saying.
Miami, I saw they had the black tape party. The tape party, T-A-P-E, tape
I
party.
saw a swimsuit tape runway. Had anyone see that? They did a runway in swimsuits, but the swimsuits were made of tape.
Whoa.
And
Yes.
that was it. Everything was just taped,
They have the tape party.
but no real swimsuits. Is that what
They
you
take
mean?
black electrical tape and they put it in strategic areas, and that's all they're
All I
wearing.
can say is ow.
And that's all they're wearing.
Imagine you just doing that as a guy. Ow.
Yeah, I can see me putting tape. I'll be in the
That's
ouch
not
party.
considered a strategic area, though.
And then they have the body painting. Have you seen? I know a guy who actually does that.
Bring
Body
him in.
paints, and the women are completely naked.
That's pretty cool.
I seen that. I know a
Wow.
guy in Miami that does that.
There's a body dipping at different festivals too, or like I think Afrofresh started it, where they have water marble and you dip different parts of your body in it, and it stains your skin.
Interesting.
Does it come off?
I hope so.
Eventually.
Now, the only problem with that whole concept is that, because human beings are actually, stupid, is that eventually it's going to get stupid. So I didn't participate when they did it in Miami. When I was down in Miami, I said, nah, I'm going to stay away from that whole scenario.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, I got a question for you. Want me to pose the question? If people go away for 4th of July, just go away. No beach, no pool, no nothing. Can they come back to work? And what's that level of exposure for everyone else now in the workplace? Give us a call, 888-994-4995. We'll be right back.
We are on fire, so let's spread your business like fire. Spotlight your business, ideas, and events through our Brooklyn Cafe TV channel on Amazon Fire. Contact us today at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let the whole town, even the whole country, know your message with the click of a button. Together, we ignite.
They call me Don Pablo, and 20 years ago, I discovered my passion for great quality coffee. Today, we're roasting excellent quality coffee that's rich, smooth, and very complex. It's a taste that's new in the world.
Dutch Designs and Events is a unique business providing an extensive range of beautiful floral arrangements. They have the power to bring your event or special occasion to life. Dutch Designs are available for any event or to open your business with a smile. All flowers are grown with organic compounds that enhance their fragrance and beauty. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126 or visit their website at dutchdesignseventplanning.com. Call Dutch Designs at 561-419-8126.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Well, compared to the other stuff,
What is that? Yeah, we're back.
and we're back. Thank you.
We said we're coming back.
How was that for a warning, hot mic?
What is that? Welcome. We are back. What is that?
Takes a little bit of warm up here is all I can tell you.
Oh,
but the
God.
weekend review, Val, I'm glad you enjoyed that. You know, one day you miss a week when you go to work, and you miss a lot. I do. So a new show coming out, no pun intended, with Vinny.
Hello.
And I sent you that picture for the Rat Pack. We've had it here for about 48 hours, and that has now been sold, which is pretty amazing.
And the Rat Pack was sold, and Goodfellas was sold.
Do we have that here? I don't think we have
We
the
don't have it
Goodfellas.
here,
We have
no.
the Beatles.
But if I had known he had the Goodfellas, I probably would have put a bid in to buy that too. I would have
I'm
loved
sure
to
he
have
can
bought
get you
that.
another one.
It's a fantastic piece. We are now going to hang a new fantastic piece in the lobby.
What are you going
Which
to
will
put
be
over
the
there? The
Beatles.
Beatles, and you're going to move something else to that wall?
Yeah, the Beatles are going up there because it's an icon.
It's an amazing piece.
Every time we put something on that wall, it sells.
I
It's a
posted
problem.
on social media, so if you want to know what we're talking about, the Beatles piece is for sale. Everything we have in here is for sale. All the artwork you see here. Jay Harmon is now giving 5% back of all of his sales to Susan Komen Fight for Breast Cancer.
Really? Well, we're going to be highlighting some of Jay's work this afternoon. We're going to put two pieces up on the set. I was thinking about this because it's just spectacular what he does. And I don't think that people really understand and appreciate the fact of the detailing. It looks like a picture. I mean,
So I say to someone, all of this work is done in pencil.
Oh.
And they say,
yeah.
yes, that is. I said, no, all of it. And they said, what are you talking about? I said, all of this work, and you'll be able to see it on Small Talk with Valerie and Teddy Unscripted, because they use that as their backdrop. All done in pencil by Jay Harmon.
I know. And people just, they can't grasp how complicated that is. And I told Jay that I'm going to put him on a pulley because I want him to work on a huge piece like this table from the sky and watch him how he does it.
Well, think the last time you used a pencil. I was thinking, what do you use pencils for? Math, and then the Scantrons for a test.
What are you talking about? I used to write letters
In
in
pencil?
pencil.
How long ago?
You know how bad my handwriting is?
Oh, you had to erase it?
My mother said, stop doing that with ink. We'll use pencil. And so I used to always write with pencil.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You didn't know that? Oh, yeah, me and the pencil. Look, I got number 2 on my finger. And
So I
we'll
want to
never
ask
come
you a
off.
question about 4th of July. I'm going to ask. Because beaches are
Ask.
closed.
Ask.
People are going to go away, I think.
Ask.
Are people going away? Hotels are open.
Yes.
Last year I went to Singer Island for 4th of July with my kids and went, oh gosh, can't do that this year.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it this year, but the beaches are closed, which means now everyone's at the pool. So what do? Stay in the hotel room? Why go away? What are you exposing yourself to by going away?
You see, the problem is that people think that by going away, you're going to go back to normal. And
that's what
that
I'm
doesn't-
asking
That
you.
doesn't exist.
And even if you're not getting on an airplane, because people are now driving to places, you're going to other places, you're being exposed to other people, other restaurants, other communities, other hotel rooms who are assuming things are clean,
Well,
but we
Vinny
don't
was
know.
going to go, I think, to Wisconsin, you said, and you had to kind of find yourself for 2 weeks. So why go? It was it 2 weeks. Was it you? Somebody told me.
I was going to say, who's going to Wisconsin?
Somebody was going somewhere. And they said, well, why go? Because you're going to be confined. Juji just came from Puerto Rico. He's in New York. and they confine him for 2 weeks.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But I thought you could fly now. I didn't think you had to be confined.
If you're flying out of Florida, they're asking you to quarantine
yes,
for 2
but
weeks.
if you're flying into Florida, are you quarantined?
It depends where you're coming from. And they can't mandate quarantine. They can suggest it. They don't go and knock on your door. Oh, I know you just came in from Houston. Are you now quarantined? All they can do is recommend you quarantine. Yeah.
Just like
I know that if you're driving into Florida, you have to say what state you were coming from. If you say one of the hot states, you have to go through a different route and they'll test you right there.
Really?
And yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't know everything that happens because everyone I know wasn't coming from one of the hot states, but they said there was like a 4-hour looking line where you had to go through 3 tents. There was people and all this medical equipment. So it depends where you come from.
now, did you see? I think in one of the states they had a 6-hour wait for testing, and they fast forward the camera, and it went along the side of the line. It was unbelievable.
Outside of Home Depot, I couldn't even get into the parking lot the other day.
They were testing there.
Yeah, they were testing. One of the sites was right next to Home Depot, so they were taking up that parking lot.
So obviously, if people aren't feeling great, not feeling too good.
I think people are just randomly testing.
I
Also,
think
a lot of places are forcing you to test. You
Yeah.
can't come back to work until you get 2 negative tests, even if you haven't been positive. If like your restaurant reopens, you have to get a negative test.
And now the nursing homes are mandating either every week
that's another issue. I
or
don't know
every
what's
2
going
weeks.
on.
Well, no, they're mandating. So if you have your choice, you can either have it done in where you work if they have someone come in, or you go and have your test done. So if you have to get tested every week to be able to work someplace, then think about the amount of people and aides and healthcare workers that if it doesn't come into where they are, that have to be tested.
Yeah, but everything is a mess right now because I even read something.
Why do you have an answer for everything I say?
Because it's true. Everything is a mess. Because people are writing
Yes,
in
everything
here.
is a mess.
People are writing in here. Say hello to Lori Klein, Tracy McDonough. How are you,
I
Tracy?
miss Tracy.
Wendy Elliott, how are you? Anna
And we
Moya,
miss her
say
too.
hi, good morning.
Good morning.
And Jay Harmon, thanks so much for the shout out. My website address is www.coloredpencilartist.com.
Oh, he changed the name.
Coloredpencilartist.com. People are writing in. They have opinions. They have a voice. They want to be
So
heard.
that's my thought on going
And
away.
if you're a man, write in even more. I'll read it for sure. Because, 66
That's
is a
my
whole
thought
lot
on
to
going
go
away.
See,
Why
the problem
go?
with going away is that people think it's going back to being normal.
But it's not.
But it's not. If you
And
go
then
to
you've got
buy a sandwich on
exposures.
Atlantic Avenue, you get yelled at because why do you need a sandwich?
But what
why
if
were
you
you
even
hungry?
do a staycation? What if you even go to a local hotel?
I've been
Why?
doing that for 4 months, 5 months now.
You've been going to hotels?
No, I've been staycationing in my
Okay.
pool. Even had it cleaned and jump in.
But at least you know it's yours. You go to a hotel, you don't know who's touching what doorknob, and you can only assume hotels are clean, but why? Why?
See, the problem is that I got to sleep in a hotel. Can I sleep standing up? Can you put rubber bands on me?
Oh, and what does that mean? Does that mean if you go away, you're now your
bed.
level of exposure comes back to everybody else
I
that
don't
you've been
know.
with? And
This
is
is
that
no-
is that fair to do? Here's just a hypothetical. Is that fair for your enjoyment to go out and then expose everybody else in your workplace and family members when you come back home to what you may potentially be carrying? Is that fair to everybody else for your 2 days of pleasure?
When you go to Publix, is it fair for you to come home?
I
Or
don't
should
go
you
to
should
Publix.
quarantine for 2 weeks? Yes, you have. The
no.
dollar store.
Oh, let me tell you what happened at Publix this weekend.
And there you have it.
I got to tell you what happened because I don't go to Publix. I have Instacart. For years I have. I go to Publix only because they always mess up this one thing, which I need is my squash, right? Once a week I need my squash for my squash soup.
I send you the wrong squash.
They send me the wrong squash week after week. So I go in, I get my squash, and I leave. So I go in, and our friends are coming over Saturday night for dinner, and I'm standing there at the squash, and there's the fruit there. What am I going to buy? What am I going to bring to the house for them to come over? So I look over, and there's my girlfriend. And she's doing the same thing, thinking, what's she bringing to my house? Because clearly nobody cooks in this town. So I only go to Publix with what I can carry. Like the Steve Martin in the jerkin, he leaves, I'm taking this, I'm taking this. So I take my squash, and I take a thing of berries. And then on the way, I find a bag of chips. And I find some salsa, so I'm good. And I go to leave, but then they've got the toilet paper I like because this half-ply toilet paper, not so good for my body. So I go to pick up this big thing of Angel Soft. So now I've got 4 things in this like big 18-pack of Angel Soft. What happens? Please just guess.
It falls apart.
The salsa. All over the floor in Publix, right?
You
hear this
dropped it.
crash, smash everywhere.
Clean up on
the
all
toilet
4.
paper aisle. And I look around, you look around, nobody's running, nobody's doing anything.
Nobody coming to your
I
rescue.
walked down to the end of the aisle. You know how I tapped out of that meeting on the hurricane windows and I just left for a phone call I had to take?
So you laughed?
I said to someone, I looked, and we're all wearing masks. There's not a whole lot of talking. I looked, I pointed. The manager says to this guy who's loading the eggs, wait there until we get it cleaned up. I left, I walked, I picked up another jar of salsa, and I walked out of the store. I totally tapped out of that whole thing. So, yeah, salsa spill in aisle, whatever, it was me. Yeah.
Did
That
you
was my
go
Publix
home?
Event. Yes.
That you didn't quarantine for 24
From
hours?
Publix?
Yeah.
No, I was literally in there for 5 minutes. In, out, there was no one near me.
So this is a timing thing. So if you go away for more than 5 minutes, you should then quarantine when you go home.
Are you going to stay in a hotel room? Are you going to touch the sinks? Are you going to sleep in the beds? Are you going to touch the comforters? And then where are you going to eat? You're going to go to a restaurant. You're going to have all those servers touch your food. You're not going to go home and eat and go back out to the
Well,
hotel.
you have people bringing food to your house. Isn't that the same difference?
No,
It's not.
no.
So you have a different set of people sending you food. Gotcha.
Yes,
This gets interesting by the moment.
yes. I'm just saying, it's just a thing. And then what do you do when you're on vacation? You go to the pool with 50
Nope.
people, 100
Nope.
people. You're going to sit in the
Nope.
hotel room.
Yep.
So why even go?
I'm going to spend $300 to sit in a room that I can spend for nothing and sit in.
So why? Does that make any sense?
Nope.
Just wondering.
Nothing makes
And the
sense.
bars are closed, so you can't even go sit at a bar because
Nope.
the bars now
Nope.
and the counties are closed.
Ain't going
So-
to a bar anyway.
So my question is, why go away when you can just enjoy the comforts of your home and go back to the way it was, and enjoy your home?
Because it's not enjoyable.
Why?
I don't know.
So that was my public story. Smash, gotta go. Salsa
Now,
everywhere.
are you
Teddy.
more safe at Publix than you are at Dollar Store, or do you feel more safe at Dollar Store than you do at Publix?
I gotta tell you, Dollar Store has done some really good precautions because I go there to buy our paper towels.
Which Dollar Store do you go to?
Right here on Federal, near the studio.
That's why. If you go to the one up in Atlantic, not so much. If you go to the one on Linton, it's beautiful.
The one right here on Federal and like Fifth Avenue, they've got the plexiglass up. You put in your credit card and touch it. They don't touch anything. They put it in the bag. They've got gloves on. They've got masks on, and they have on the floor 6 feet apart.
You ever been to Costco?
But I don't take carts from anywhere.
You been to Costco? I hate going.
Ever?
To Costco.
Yes, but not recently.
I
no.
hate going to Costco. There's a billion people in there.
I don't take that. So
And
I
I
don't go.
and I find a corner, a little corner, so that and people keep running into me and touching me. Don't touch me.
I don't do anywhere where I have to take a cart.
That's a problem.
That's why the salsa mess.
You
My
ever been
arms
to
weren't
Home
big
Depot?
enough. No. I
Well, you
order
gotta-
everything.
So everything you order in except for your salsa that you exploded
As a
in
matter
aisle
of fact,
4.
we've got some more stuff coming in today
From aisle 4?
from Amazon. We got some batteries coming in. We got a new clock coming in. And because I do order so much on Amazon, it was actually all ordered on free points. How do you like that? Pretty good, right? Boom. Yeah, just saying. I know. I don't know. Listen, everyone's got to do what they got to do. Good morning. Happy Monday to you.
NBA in the house. NBA, go warm up your fingers. I want
Maestro,
you to
go
play
warm up your
some.
fingers.
Let's play some music. I fixed the bench. Yeah,
Sure,
go
why
ahead,
not?
Why not? Go warm up. See, think about what you're gonna play. We're gonna be doing a new show.
We got small talk with Valerie at 10:30. What are you going to chit chat about?
School's opening up.
Good.
College is opening up. How things are going to change, whether they are opening.
Are
I
you
don't-
doing it in this studio?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to participate in Val's show, give her a call. I'm really interested in that piece with the schools. Let me tell you why. I think that they're going to have to go back to the way it was because they still don't have an answer. And I think that if they go in any other direction, it's going to give the false sense of things are back the way they used to be.
But there's problems on both sides. So I'm interested because teachers, if you have the option of teaching if kids come in part-time 2 or 3 days a week, all the kids come in, right? So your teachers are now exposed to every child and every child's home and everything these kids bring in. High school, not so much because they can social distance. Middle school, understandably. Preschool, elementary school, you're trying to keep these kids to keep a mask on.
Where you're going to keep kids?
So then what happens? So they're exposed to every kid, and then they're going to do online teaching. So now the teachers are working all day till 3, and then teaching until when? On online.
You have to switch. You have to
Plus
break it up.
cafeterias, plus...
You got to have more teachers.
Teddy?
I just want to say I've seen some of the plans of schools opening up and then saying like, oh, your desk will be 6 feet away from each other and all this stuff. And I I worked at a preschool for a lot of years, and like we had trouble not having kids spit and pick their noses and wipe them on each
Oh,
other.
okay, that's
Pretty
it.
much.
Like,
And that's
game's
like
over.
normal. Don't do that. Like keeping an
over.
elementary school kid. Like, have you met kids?
Nap
my cousin
time?
sneeze in my mouth because I think it's funny. Like kids aren't gonna keep 6 feet away from each other. They don't know what 6 feet is.
No, they have no idea. Nap time, they're touching everyone in the
Yeah,
bathrooms,
but the
and
biggest
their hands in
problem-
their pants.
But the biggest problem is if the kids are going to stay home, the parents got to go to work.
And there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems in this situation. And then you've got the special needs kids. You've got your ESE students that need that structure, and they need the teachers. The parents need the respite, but their exposure, because some of them are immunocompromised to being back in the school. There are so many issues all the way around.
I
It'll
love
be
it the way you
interesting
end.
to see.
I love the way you end the show with so much complicated words. Yes.
It's a lot of complications.
Yes, it is. And the cliffhanger for tomorrow should be, should we shut down again?
Ah.
Should we shut down again? Tune in tomorrow. We'll
Tune into Small Talk at 10:30,
about-
and then Fuego at 11:30. I think they've got some
Yes,
dance coming
the-
back. I think Felix is coming back in to do
is
some
it?
more dance.
He
At least
better
that's
change
the
the
post.
music.
At least that's the post. Vinny, what you got cooking today? I got to get you a thing that says press for your hat. I love
Vinny's
that.
gonna
hat.
be no pun intended.
For now, I'm uploading all the pictures I took of the weekend into Google Drive so you guys can see it.
I want to put a video array together. Look, we got music over in the theater.
I know. Liberace in the house.
Liberace Meister in the house. All right, have a great morning, everyone. Be safe, be kind, and maybe wear your mask.
Not maybe. Wear your mask and don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just a ray of light.